I'm just glad he's paying me because Mike is just an...
Rolling.
What? Hey, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, kids of all ages, it's time for your weekly Fix the Funny. Can I get another one of these? I'm going to need this. I'm about to do this shit. So I'm okay, I swallowed it. So grab a cocktail, take those pants off, and treat yourself to the sexy bald man that makes you tingle in your special place. Woo! I'm wrong! Got my mind on my money, my money on my mind, bitch! I'm house announcer Chet Jackson, and it's time for the Me, Myself, and I show with Mike Buncore! Are we done? Yes.
Me, myself, and I. It's me, myself, and I.
Hello, and welcome to another exciting episode of Me, Myself, and I. Right back there. Me, Myself, and I here live, streaming live. Podcast episode 144 episodes right now, Thursday night here, Friday Eve. You're almost done with the work week. I know you're just like, I'm done looking at screens, but I'm so glad you're here right now with us. We already have comments here. Oh, look at that. Dustin already says, hashtag make Mike buy Dustin a mask. Right on. Awesome. Good, Dust. I'm so glad that you're there with me. And then Elias says, I would love that song as my ringtone. Which one? Tits. I know, right? Anyways, let's get back to business. I'm so glad everyone's here. We have a very, very exciting episode tonight. I have a very awesome, amazing, phenomenal guest, and he's a close personal friend of mine. I normally don't say that, but I do, and I'm throwing it out there. I'm name dropping him because I'm so proud of him. He's been in movies. He's been in video games. He's an MMA fighter. He was a football player for the 49ers practice squad. He was also a stuntman. I mean, he is a badass dude, and he's here on the show right now. Mr. Kenny Lorenzetti is here, and he also plays the guitar. So if you guys listen to the beginning of the show before the show starts, the show intro song, he wrote that. Or I'm sorry, his father wrote that, and he took that and remastered it, and he played it himself. And look, he's done so much for this show, and he doesn't even know it because I'm stealing all his talents and making it mine. But I can't wait to see him. It's awesome. But let's talk about what everyone is talking about, ladies and gentlemen. Let's talk about the death of Rush Limbaugh. I know that's morbid. I know that's horrible. I know that I'm going to shake some feathers, but I don't care. I'm not Rush Limbaugh. So whatever. People are happy. People are sad. There's no medium. Everyone's like, how could he do this? I hate Rush Limbaugh. I love Rush Limbaugh. And me personally, I don't give a shit about him because he made fun of Michael J. Fox. How do you make fun of Mike? Hold on. I'm going to show you what he did, how he did it, and why he did. Dude, check this out. This is how much he got under people's skin, Mr. Rush Limbaugh. He got under people's skin and made fun of Michael J. Fox. How do you make...
In this commercial, he is exaggerating the effects of the disease. He is moving all around and shaking, and it's purely an act. This is the only time I have ever seen Michael J. Fox portray any of the symptoms of the disease he had. He can control himself enough to stay in the frame of the picture, and he can control himself enough to keep his eyes right on the lens, the teleprompter. But his head and shoulders are moving all over the place. So this is really shameless, folks. This is really shameless of Michael J. Fox. Either he didn't take his medication or he's acting. That also is problematic because Obama can't take care of all 47 million of these people, or he can't take care of half of that, and he can't take care of 1% of that number. Hell, folks, he can't even take care of his family, for crying out loud. Can we be blunt? His aunt lives in a slum. I feel like heading to the top of the Empire State Building and shouting this with the biggest megaphone I can find. His Aunt Zatootie lives in a slum.
Okay, I'm sorry. That was funny. That's messed up. But that video, did you see the video? He's like, dude, it's messed up. It's wrong. But you know what? He's either in hell or purgatory right now, so no one cares. Anyways, you have to admit this. You have to admit this. Whether you like him or hate him, he was great on the microphone. I can't stand listening to Rush Limbaugh. Whether you like him or hate him, he was good on the microphone. He never stumbled. He didn't laugh. He didn't break character. He was always poignant to his bullshit remarks, whether they're good or bad. All right, I'm gonna get off. I'm leaving. I'm leaving now. But you know who's better than Rush Limbaugh? It's time for Dustin's Thoughts.
Hey, what is going on, everybody? I'm excited to be here. I've been having a bit of a week health-wise, so it's been nice having this to look forward to and get to interact with all of you guys in the comments. And just before I get started with my thoughts, just to let you know, I will be in the comments all night tonight on my phone. So if you guys want to interact and make sure you get some messages out to Mike and our amazing guest tonight, or myself, make sure you hit me up in the comments. My thoughts tonight are simple. What is in a name? You know, our name is our first impression for everything in the world. It's not even our name is sometimes the first impression someone gets just by reading it. You know, my name, Dustin Wood, for the most part, I'm proud of it. But then I also think about the downsides. You know, like my name kind of sounds like a 1950s term for jacking off. You know, like, oh, after the malt shop, I think I'm going to drive up to Makeout Point and dust my wood. You know, it just sounds kind of like, you know, a Happy Days term for jacking your ween. Another thing I've noticed is like how important picking a name is. Like, I never understood the responsibility until my sister was pregnant with my beautiful nephew, Roman. She didn't know what to name him at first. She wanted to name him like a very like strong Italian name, which didn't make sense to me and bothered me a little bit because we're an Irish family, you know, like, and I think the only reason it's because my sister wants to be Italian so bad, and not like Italian, like someone from Italy. Oh, I'm reading the comments, Mike. I'm reading them. She doesn't want to be someone from Italy. She wants to be kind of like New Jersey, you know, Sopranos, get your finger out of my face kind of Italian. And, you know, so it's like she was really, really into, like, she wanted to name him like one of those type of Italian names, like Ragu, or, you know, get out of my face, you know, or I don't know Italian people. I try not to talk to them. So,
but sound like an Italian guy was gonna get killed right there. I'm in the water swimming with the fishes.
Swimming with the fishes.
Hey, what are you gonna do?
But we wanted to name him like a traditional Irish name, like Spud or Hereditary Alcoholism. And
I like Hereditary Alcoholism. It's a lot.
Yeah,
it
it's not bad. And
Hereditary Alcoholism. It's time to get drunk. Are you ready to get drunk? Ooh, let's check. Hold on. Check out what Elias just texted. He just said, "Dust in wood. You may be Native American." That means he needs
Elias,
to get wasted.
You're gonna get
canceled. Bro, are you excited for the show? Are you
Dude,
excited?
I'm super excited about the show. Thank you so much, man, for having me on.
I'm so glad you're here. And by the way, folks, before we move on, before we bring up this amazing guest, Dustin and I created a game. I already posted about it. If you don't know what I'm talking about, stay tuned.
It's going to be
Dustin's
a lot of
coming
fun.
back. It's going to be a lot of fun. And Kenny is waiting. He's like, what kind of game is this? Don't worry. We're not going to embarrass him because this guy will destroy me. Speaking of, all right, Dustin, I got to go. I got to bring him back. All right, brother. All right. So before I bring him up, I want you to look at this badass. He is such a badass. Look at his reel, okay? He's done so much. I'm so proud of him. So I'm going to show you his reel, and then we're going to introduce him. I've known him for a very long time, and I've seen him grown. I can't even say the word. I'm just gonna shut up. Here we go.
Credentials, please.
Yeah, with Kid Cudi.
Oh, you two dickheads are with Kid Cudi.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Anyway, you should probably just let us go.
Let's go. We're gonna settle this shit right now.
Wait,
come on.
Standing.
Oh, it's Kid Cudi. It's actually him. Oh my God, Kid Cudi.
Sorry to bother you, Mr. Cudi. Are these two with you?
Yeah, they were me.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, that's right.
Enjoy the show.
Yep. Thanks, bro.
Ow.
I think he said 8.
Ain't that funny, Bill?
I'm in fucking stitches.
Wait, Frankie said.
I know what Frankie said.
Please stop.
He's the one that found him, Bob. Good job, boy. There's no sign of her. She couldn't have gone far. We'll find her in the morning.
He's still alive. John, help me.
Let that motherfucker die!
Yeah. Now, I'm gonna keep pushing this down your fucking throat. What? What's that? Huh? I don't understand that. Jeffrey, William. No, who the fuck? What? Huh? We're just getting started. You understand me? We're just getting started. I love this shit. I fucking live for this shit. This is my fucking life. You hear me? You fucking hear me? Now I will be the last eyes you gaze upon, unless you fucking tell me what I want to know.
Okay, he's a little shaken up, all right?
Shut your mouth, Reggio. Mind your business. Jimmy,
Yo,
make some more drinks.
you are selfish.
I cannot believe you are calling me selfish. I don't know what the hell you're talking about, James.
To kill it.
Devil wants to burn. Everywhere I go, everywhere I see, devil's after me.
Hello? Dustin, do you hear me?
Yeah, what's up, bud? The picture's dark. Though.
Yeah. What in the hell just happened?
I don't know.
This is weird.
Dude, that footage of him in the MMA
Right?
is the like I'd rather have a fingernail stuck in my pee hole than be told I have to fight him.
Okay. I don't know why I'm not showing. This is weird. Hold on. Keep talking.
Yeah, dude, he is terrifying. But I also got to meet him before the show, and he's one of those guys. It's like one of those anomalies where he's the scariest looking human being, but is also like the nicest and like sweetest human being I've ever met. So, yeah, I'm excited for.
Dude.
I didn't know he was in Jexi. I just watched that.
Okay. All right. Well, the show must go on, even though I'm not on. I don't know why. This is really weird. And it's
and Mike, it's a little disrespectful to be doing blackface in 2021. I don't know why you think this is okay.
All right. Well, I'm going to bring him up anyways, ladies and gentlemen. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Even though this is a black screen right now, this is bullshit. I don't care. You've seen him in the movie Jexi. You've seen him in Mafia. You played him in Mafia Definitive Edition. He's an MMA fighter, actor, stuntman. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Kenny Lorenzetti. Kenny. Good to see you, sir, even though you can't see me. I'm John Cena right now. You can't see me, but the show must go on.
Show must go on.
Show must go on. This is crazy. How you doing, sir?
Oh, I'm good, man. Just thank you for everything, and I appreciate you having me on. It was really awesome to see my reel again. Thank you for letting me see that. That was awesome.
Oh, dude, it's awesome, man. I'm so exponentially. There you go. That's the word I was looking for. You have grown exponentially, my friend.
Wow,
Dude, Kenny and I, hold on. Well, someone just said something. Did you go dark because you're bringing Bane's brother out? Yes. It's Bane right here. Here he is. Bane's brother, Kenny Bane.
Yeah, right.
But I was just telling Dustin that you and I met on set of The Guitar Man, and that was my first movie role, and I was nervous because I was all by myself. We didn't know anybody, and we were kind of just thrown in together, and we were playing these prisoners, and I'm just chilling on set, just watching how everything's rolling, and then all of a sudden you came in, and I was like, holy shit, this big dude just comes in all intimidating. He's like, just walks in, looks all yoked, because you were in the mode, you were in the moment, because your name was Beast, and you're just like, you got all this strong look on you, and then then what happened was you're like, hey guys, my name's Kenny, what's up, man? So super nice, and we were talking and all that stuff. And was that your first movie too?
That Guitar Man was my first feature. Before that, I did a couple of short films. Actually, one of them was in my reel. I keep it in my reel because it was my first one. I was playing a slave driver where I got the shotgun. That's my first one I ever did. And it's close to my heart. So I keep that one in there and I like the footage. It's a hopefully whenever that thing gets to be globally launched, it's got a really cool meaning behind it. So,
dude, it's great, man. It's great, dude. So, how did you get Guitar Man? And you want to tell everybody what Guitar Man's all about?
Oh man, Guitar Man, yeah, great movie. Well, I actually applied for background. There was a background role, for a guy kind of wanting to struggle, getting out of his cell, and I went in. I submitted what I had at the time, which was not even wasn't even a headshot. It was like a picture of me I took. I don't even know where I got the picture from, but anyway, that and a resume I put together from some stuff, and I got called in for an actual audition, and I was like, oh, okay. So I went in, and they had me read for a couple different parts, and then they really liked my look. And my role actually in Guitar Man, a lot of people don't know that. Well, I gotta be careful how much I say about that right now. But the role, let's just say this: the role that I play was not me. It was supposed to be somebody totally different.
Mm-hmm.
And because they liked my performance, I guess they just made me that role and kind of recreated that character, even though that character didn't look nothing like me in the writing, which I thought was really cool. So the movie, as far as what's about, I didn't have any opportunity to read the book. There's a book, Mike, about the book, don't.
Yeah, man, it's a great book. Guitar Man with Buzzy Martin.
So I got to read it after, but I never read it before. I didn't have time. I literally got cast, and then like 2 to 3 days later, I was on set. And the movie basically is about, it's a true story for those who will get to see it pretty soon. It's won, what is it, 13 or 14 awards now, Mike? Is that correct?
Yeah.
It's interesting because we don't really get to see the inside, not only humor and humanity of inmates in prison and things of that nature, but humility as well. And so we get to take this journey with Buzzy Martin into this film, and his struggle as a struggling artist, you know, and teacher, and takes the biggest struggle. Not only is he teaching people in a prison, but he's teaching kids in troubled schools. And so, I mean, there's just so much texture and content in this film.
Well, the great thing about it, man, that movie brought us and a couple of other guys really close together after that movie. We became, even though we were on set for about 2 or 3 days, we became friends immediately. You want to tell them about when Michael, the actor Michael Summers showed up? You want to tell them about that? How? Go ahead. You set it up. Go ahead. You set it up.
We got to be careful how much we say about it.
Okay.
It's not out yet, but there's a scene, and Michael Summers is in it, and he's a fantastic actor, and there's basically he is. I mean, this scene, the first time I ever met this guy was this scene, and all of us, right? And this guy comes in, and we're not filming yet, just so you guys know. There's no cameras on yet. It's just us, and we're kind of waiting for direction. Hey, there you are.
Hold on.
There's my boy.
There's two mic categories. One's got to go. Hold on. I'm sorry. This is bullshit.
Fix it. There you go.
Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you good. Yeah.
Do I sound echoey?
No, you sound good.
Okay, cool. Thanks, Dustin. Appreciate it. All right, so go ahead.
Yeah. So I'm trying. God, it's so hard not to like give away a lot of stuff. But there's basically a scene where Michael comes in. We're there in a well, I guess that moment wasn't intense. He made it intense, right? So there's no cameras on. We're kind of just waiting for direction. The director's off somewhere else. We have no idea where he's at. And so we're kind of sitting in this room, and along comes in Michael Summers, who's getting in.
He was in character.
He was in character. Yeah. It was done. I could rewind this. I saw him on the staircase of craft services. Did I ever tell you that?
No.
Okay, so let me rewind this. Before he came in at that moment, I was in craft services getting coffee or whatever, and there's this weird guy putting his shoes on in the staircase.
Yeah.
And I look up and I'm like looking at this dude, and I got on set hours early every single day. I would lay in the cells. I would kind of just really kind of get into character every day, and that was kind of my more method. I've learned then, and I know even more now. I really like method acting. So I'm looking at the staircase, and I'm seeing this guy, and he just looks. I mean, he's fidgeting and messing with his teeth, and he's like talking to himself, and I'm like, who in the hell is this guy? So I actually went and told the PA. I don't remember who it was at this right now, but I told the PA. I said, who's this guy in the staircase? There's some guy over there. You guys need to get him out of here or something. Let me know. I'm like, let me know if you guys need help, And so we got called in. It was me, you, and all the rest of us. And then Michael comes in, and so I kind of already had another like, what's this guy doing in here?
Tell you what, he came in. He brought this presence upon him that even though we got together for 2 days, we became friends as if we were friends for years because we were prisoners, and we created that bond as if we were friends for many years, right? And when he came in, we were like, "Who the hell is this guy?" What he was pushing the line, and we all got our chest puffs, and you were like, "Let's go!"
Yeah. Well, if you remember, Mike. You, me, Dwayne, right?
Yes.
We got up. Dwayne was the one we had to hold back.
Oh, that's right, because he stepped on his foot. That's what it was. He stepped on his foot. He's like, "Come on, dude!" And then Dwayne's a big black guy. He's like, "Let's go. You want to go?"
And he's a former cop, right? So it was crazy. The intensity between all of us, and then so when we finally in that moment, they finally came out and told us who he was, and so we kind of were like. I'm sweaty. I'm pumped up. I'm red. I'm ready to knock this guy out. Dwayne's pumped up. We're ready to go. This guy's getting KO'd. And
you're the only real legit cage fighter that's ready to fight too.
Well, dude, I'm like, what do I do? Do I strangle him? Do I take him down? Do I wrap him up? Do I, elbow him in the throat? What do I do? And then Rocky, our director, comes in and he goes, "Oh, hey, this is Michael. He's gonna be doing a scene with us." And we're like, trying to calm down. So when action hit and he came in and did his lines and his scene with Buzzy, and we can't talk about the interaction right now, but I think that totally got all of us in the moment to react the way that we did for that scene to really bring it home. And we got to watch it, and I can smell the animosity we had toward this guy.
Well, because we became friends that quick. It was like this huge bond in 2 days, and then this guy came out of nowhere, started pushing our buttons. I mean, he did everything right as an actor, and he totally messed with it. But we weren't acting; we were believing that we were solid friends.
Yeah,
and we all stayed in touch right after. It sucks, man, because we were so close together in those 2 days because we put our whole hearts and souls into that, right? And then all of a sudden it's time to go. It's like we got released from prison. That's got to be like a psychological thing to mess with you.
It was weird going to work after.
I bet. I felt weird.
Yeah,
I felt weird when I was dropping off my kids at school. This one dad, he was complaining. He said, "What did he say?" He's like, "Oh man, it's raining outside. This sucks." I'm like, "Yeah, you ever been shanked?" Because I was still in that moment too. I was like, "You ever been shit?" No, I said, "You ever been shit shanked?" That's what I said.
Well, that's because your guy you play, that's secretly you in there. I mean, that's
it was funny though, but I was just like, it was so weird because like I said, you even said it too. Like it felt weird to be at work. Did you feel like you had to go back to prison? Did it feel like you weren't free?
I think because my character's intense,
right.
And so he's pretty much a mean dude throughout most of the film, right? And for me, when I get into, I'm not a mean guy. You mentioned that earlier. You guys were talking about meeting me and stuff. I'm not a mean person. Actually, it's funny because like with fighting and football, I'm just an athlete. I love to compete. Martial arts is something I've been doing since I was a boy. So I didn't fight because I have like this uncontrollable rage. I just want to smash people's faces in. I just like to compete in sports.
No, you're technical that you want to smash people's faces in technically.
Exactly. I have to, there's an angle of the jaw that knocks them out on contact. So,
right.
Yeah. But, it's a technical thing. And so to bring out that kind of character, you got to really get a little rage inside of you. And it's kind of hard to calm down after for a while. So luckily I had a good long drive on my way back to work because both of those scenes I was on set for 4 or 5 days. And all those days I had to go back to the gym and to go to work immediately after. So I would drive from our location and go straight to, I think it was at San Mateo or something like that. And I had to deal with clients and customers and people. And I'm like freaking out. It was weird. I had a hard time. Yeah, especially it got worse every day. The last day was the hardest day for me because, then I was sad because it was over. Right?
Right.
Did you feel like that?
Oh, of course, dude. It was over. We were done. We're done working and we're on to the next job because it was sad because we bonded really well.
Yeah.
That's what was sad. And then we all had to go back to normal. And that was hard to go back to normal. It
was. And speaking of Jexi, that was the hardest for me so far. And I'll tell you, it was the second time I had a trailer in my life so far. And the way they treat you when you're, a co-star or whatever the heck you want to call supporting or, whatever the right verbiage is of what my character was in that film. But when you play a role like that, they treat you so much different. You eat different foods than everybody else. You eat in a separate quarters than everybody else. I'm hanging out with Kid Cudi and Adam Devine and Alexandra, who was fantastic. And, here I am sitting with these people, and normally I'm outside with the extras and the stunt people, who are fantastic and the hardest workers, baby. So yeah. And so it was weird to be treated that way. And then, then I got to go to work and I got to go in my job. I take care of people. Right. So I'm like this guy on set, for, 8 to 10 hours. I go to work or I go home. And then like when that movie wrapped, I was like, I was so, dude, I mean, the food they had, the crap, Mike, we were eating like filet mignon for lunch. Dude, I mean, see, you know, it was a CBS film. I mean, they went all out. Okay, I mean, from breakfast, lunch, and dinner, it was unbelievable. Okay,
wow.
So I go eating like that, and then I'm getting a sandwich, you know, next door at work, and I'm like, oh man, I had a hard time. I actually got depressed after.
Dude, that probably why what pushes every single actor to star in a leading role because of the great food.
Dude, the way you're treated, it's like unbelievable. You know, it's yeah. And then, you know, it's just as you know, being on set, being on set in general, regardless of what you're doing there, is a very, very exciting, thrilling thing to be a part of the creation process. You know,
right? Do you have a type of role that you would really like to play, or do you feel like you're overlooked because of your size?
Good, that's a good one. Yeah, you know, obviously they call that in our industry typecasting. So I'm all, you know, typically I'm usually the bad guy, the mafia guy, the cop, which is a good guy, but you know, typically I'm intense. I'm either getting shot or killing somebody, or you know, which is fine. But what I liked about Jexi is it did get to kind of show both sides of me, what I could do, because I did have a little comedy where I'm dancing. If you have to see the whole movie to see the kind of the small little arc of my character, where he comes in, he's like this menacing guy, and you know, I'm gonna control everything, and you know, all this, and then it's like he's partying, having fun, getting high with Kid Cudi, that's his boss, and so that was fun. I got to do little dancing and stuff, so that was kind of cool. So I'd like to do more comedy because I love to make people laugh. But my dream role, I have a few dream roles. One of them is to play Kingpin.
Oh my God, you would do so well as Kingpin. Hold on, I gotta bring Dustin on this. He's a huge comic book nerd.
Okay.
Dude, okay, that is so spot on. It blows my goddamn mind. Okay, so I've already like nerd casted you for like 3 different things in my head when it comes to comic books, so I'm so glad that you brought those up. The first one is obvious and was brought up in the comments is Bane. Like,
I'm Bane every year for Christmas. For every year.
Merry Christmas, people. You think holiday cheer is your ally?
Yeah.
Santa, I will break you.
Yeah.
Okay, so
the red-nosed reindeer.
You need to even if it's not something that somebody's written, I'll write it as a writer. You need to do like a 5-minute Bane short film. Just for your reel, because you're so perfect for the role, and because like Bane should look like Michael Chiklis having an allergic reaction to something, and that's what Kenny is like. That
Dude, that's not the first time I've been called Michael Chiklis. That's great. I love it.
But the other thing, another role is I love like the not the popular characters in Spider-Man comics. I like the ones that, you know, having, you know, Green Goblin and like Doc Ock are the ones that everyone knows. I think you would make I don't know if you've heard of the character, you would make the perfect Scorpion.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah. Like,
hold on, Chief John Federico from the United States Navy just left a comment. He says, "Yeah, a school principal isn't going to cut it, bro."
No, I won't be cast as a school principal or.
Dude, you'd be a badass school principal.
Dude, if they did a remake of The Substitute, I would cast him as the principal.
Hell yeah! You're late for school.
Yeah. Where's your hall pass?
I'm your hall pass.
That's right.
That's awesome.
Cool. I'm a huge comic book nerd, so I'll tell you, cool. I still have my X-Men cards from when I was like 8 years old.
Dude, me too. The Fleer ones?
I have the Marvel masterpieces.
Yes.
Ultra 94. I got them all, dude. I got stacks of comic books, my X-Men cards, my Marvel. Oh yeah, I'm a Marvel, and I love DC too. So I'm not.
Right.
A lot of my friends like talk about Marvel all the time. They're like, "Oh, well, you know, you don't like DC." I absolutely love comic across the board.
Yeah, exactly, comic books. I love that we all in unison in code admitted that we never had sex in high school because we were like, I also had all the cards.
Well, yeah. That's why we're comics. That's why. Oh shoot! Elias just said this. Elias said he would make a great rhino.
Dude, yes.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh
I
my
can
God.
see that.
Dude, and you have such a great look. Like me and Mike were talking about it earlier. How I watched Creed 2 earlier, and you look like a Von Drago's son in it. Just this
I applied for that. I submitted for that.
Oh wow, that's so crazy. Yeah, because it's just like you have that look, and so that's got to be. And that's why one of the questions Mike asked you, I'm so interested in, is the typecast thing. Do you feel like, as your personality and your acting style, do you feel like you're drawn more to comedy or action?
Oh, action for sure. Yeah, which is fine. My acting coach all the time, we talk about my typecasting, and I'm totally fine with it. It does not bother me. It's actually because I'm typically more of the action stuff, more of the intense, guy. It's actually a lot harder for me because I'm normally just funny and witty and goofy. So for me to be like this, menacing ass or whatever,
you have to act. You have to act.
Speaking of menacing ass, Elias just said you would be a great saber tooth.
No, yeah, dude. Oh my god,
dude, Elias, you're on fire.
You're on fire. Elias, you're on fire, my man. I like this guy. I got to let him talk to my agent. I like this guy.
Yeah, right.
You got to get on my
Look him up, Elias.
Instagram. We got to connect. Yeah.
That's hilarious. All right, Dustin.
All right, man.
Stay tuned. Our game's coming up. So, acting, stuntman, cage fighter. How'd you get started in cage fighting? Oh, that's a menacing laugh. That was a Gene Hackman laugh right there. Superman.
I was pursuing the NFL really strongly after I got injured after being in the practice squad for a few weeks, if that. I mean, it was such a short-lived thing, and I can never let it go.
On the 49ers?
Yeah,
right?
My whole life I wanted to play professional football. It was just all I dreamt about. You ask anybody that's known me since I was probably 10, other than imitating Ace Ventura, I was playing football. So,
Nice.
it just was my life. And so when that didn't, I got injured really quickly, and then I bounced around from semi-pro teams, arena, and stuff like that. And injury after injury, kind of a thing, which kind of halted. And then you start getting up in the 20s. You start getting 25, and then 26. And I talked to this agent. So this is how I got into fighting, because the agent told me, he said, well, I went and tried out. I did a combine, and I basically beat everybody there. The 40-yard dash, the 225 bench press. I mean, everything. I surpassed all the expectations, and way better than what I did, years before. I was the strongest I've ever been in my life.
Mm-hmm.
And the agent told me I was 26 years old, that he would be the laughing stock of the NFL if he tried to get me as a walk-on because of my age. Because I was getting,
not because of your size or how good you played, just because of an age. That's such a diva thing.
Yeah. So he said, you can keep trying. And then he recommended I go to play in Canada. So I went to try out for the CFL. I actually tried out for, and I made the team of the Euro League at the time. It was the Bologna Warriors, actually. And I make the team. They're only allowed 3 American players for the season. So my agent at the time got me on with them. It's a go. I quit my job. I'm ready to go. And then NFL Europe got canceled. So
that sucks.
I'm home, and I'm just so depressed. And my coach, Master David Morris, who's just a mentor, just a wonderful guy. He was a trainer at the gym I was working at, and he's like a martial arts guru and everything. And I was kind of frustrated. And I went upstairs, and we had heavy bags up there, and I just started slamming roundhouses and stuff. And because I was pissed off, and he saw me, and he goes, dude, why aren't you fighting? Like, your kicks are ridiculous. And I said, well, I can't get to 265. At the time I was 345, 355 or something like that. And I said, I've had to lose like 100 pounds. I'm like, forget it. And he goes, I told him, I said, forget it. I can't do that. He goes, yeah, you're right. And he walked away. And I'm all, well, wait a second.
Damn, you pushed your buttons.
All these different things in my mind, and
you're
I was
right.
like,
you're not good enough. Walk away.
He Jedi'd me,
you're not good enough.
So I had a conversation with him. I met with him, and we kind of said, well, if I were to do something like this, what would be your plan? What would be, you're the guy, you're the trainer now.
Mm-hmm.
What's your game plan? And so 8 months later, we walked into my first sanction, because I did a couple smoker fights before that, which are unsanctioned. And so basically they can be anywhere, which I won't announce where those were right now, but
you do a really good job watching your words with everything. That's why you're a professional. I'm not, because you're so good at being careful with anything
you have
you say.
to, man. You have to. It's like, God, everybody, is up your ass for everything nowadays. It's like, so yeah, I'm like, but yeah, so I went, I think it was 8 months. I dropped down to 295, and I cut the about 20 pounds of water night before the fight. I was 265 on a Friday. Walked in at 288 on a Saturday to my fight. I won the first round by standing guillotine. I found out later on, I didn't know this, but I threw a small roundhouse leg kick and I broke his leg, and I didn't know that because he dropped in the fight, and I didn't know what happened to him. So I was kind of like a puppy, that got his prize. And so I was so excited, and I just ran over to him, and I just grabbed him. Man, I ended up doing a standing body guillotine on him, and that was it. I found out later on that I broke his leg, and I felt terrible. But that's part of the game, so and that was it.
Yeah,
I started
everyone always forgets about breaking someone's leg. No big deal.
Well, I didn't feel much of it. So I didn't know it was broken. I just,
why can't you walk, pussy? Oh, you broke it. Oh, my bad.
Well, he was there's in the heavyweight division, you have the bigger guys of the heavyweight class, and then you have the smaller guys of the heavyweight class. So, it's kind of unfair for somebody of my stature to be going in at a heavyweight. I mean, they should have a super heavyweight or an ultra heavyweight. It's unfair for me to drop to 265 and then be 290, 300 the next day like Brock Lesnar and stuff like that. That's not fair by any stretch for these guys who are 230. Now you have 60, 70, 80 pound difference. That's not. I don't think that's okay. But that's not my call. I just go in there and fight.
Wow. I just go in there and fight. That's such a great fighter answer. Dude. I just go in there and fight, break legs, don't even realize it.
Yeah, we had so many cancellations. I would prepare for a camp, and then we'd be getting to it, and then the fighter would back out. And I'm not going to call any of them out, but for multiple reasons, they would come up with whatever. I had to cancel a fight for a family emergency once, so I don't judge people for not following through. But it happened often in my amateur career and stuff. So I got really injured in one of them. I was injured actually in camp, and I shouldn't have fought. I should have just canceled it, but I didn't. And it was one of, you have these things that you do, and I went in anyway, and it's like the guy knew he had like this crazy radar, and he went in right away, caught one of my kicks, spun me, tore my meniscus right off the bone. And next thing you know, I went to go put my foot down, and I couldn't step at all. And I was freaked out. I didn't know what to do. So I thought I'd bait him into taking me to the ground so I could choke him out. And then he started swinging on me instead.
God, man. That's crazy.
Which I don't, it's funny. People, I covered up a little bit and moved around a little. I don't mind getting hit. It doesn't bother me. It's not like I'm like afraid of getting hit. That stuff.
Dude, you're Colossus. That's a Colossus answer, dude.
Yeah.
I don't mind getting hit. It doesn't bother me.
I kind of like it.
But you know what's great about you? You have what I'm trying to say. You're a fighter, you're an actor, you want to get into more action movies, and we see you as this rough, gritty guy, but you also play the guitar, man.
Yeah, thank you.
You are the guitar man. And that's not just an instrument you play. That's a part of your life.
It
right?
is.
You want to tell us more about the livelihood of your guitar?
Well, my guitar is made out of African zebra wood. So, yeah, my guitar playing comes from my dad. You know, the bond I had with my father, and I grew up as a young boy watching my dad play guitar in our church and write music for our church, and so that's, you know, as a young boy, you know, your heroes are usually your parents to start, and then obviously superheroes for us because we're dorks, but that's fine. My dad didn't mind me having the Hulk as my guy, but seeing my dad do that and the you know, the message and the impact it made on people, and the impact it made on me, you know. So I grew up just idolizing him, and I actually had a really hard time learning how to play because my dad tried to teach me how to play regular, like normal people, which would be like this, which is how you play, right?
Right.
You play right, normal this way. I can't do that. So my dad tried, and I used to get so frustrated. So one day he was gone. I'll never forget. I was in 8th grade, and my dad was off doing a gig. He was working at I think he was singing at a restaurant or something like that. And so he was gone. I was at the house by myself, and there's his guitar sitting there, you know. So I grab it, and then I flip it around, and this is how he played it. So I flip it this way, and I was learning Glycerine from Bush.
Oh, nice.
And so I was like, you know, I was just looking at it, and then all of a sudden, dude, I just started playing it because it was in my hand the way it was supposed to be.
Wow.
And then I went from that song to another song, and then I started, I think I learned a Green Day song that night, and or 2 Green Day songs that night. And then he was teaching me at the time a Tom Petty song. I learned that one. So it was just like all these songs just kind of came together because I finally put the guitar the way it was supposed to be. So when my dad got home, I was just so excited, you know. I was like a giddy young kid, you know, and I was just sitting there, and I'm like, you know, hey, Dad, what's up? You know, and I helped him with his bag and helped him with his guitar and stuff, and brought his mics in and everything. And you know, he usually wanted to unwind and all that, you know. And so I let him unwind, and so I just was like, I grabbed his guitar. He's like, oh, well, you know, what do you? My dad was very sarcastic, you know. He goes, what do you think you're gonna do with that? And I was like, oh, nothing, just you know, play a little Glycerine real quick. And dude, I just knocked it out. I sang it and knocked it out. My dad was just like, oh my God, you know. And my dad was a very struggling musician, a lot like Buzzy Martin in that movie.
Mm-hmm. And
so that kind of steered me away from really entering that world and really taking it on, you know, full time, because, you know, I didn't want to have not that I didn't like my dad's life or anything, but I didn't want to have.
It's a tough life, man.
Yeah, it was a tough life. And so I was like, man, I'm not going to deal with that. You know, I saw my dad who wrote these amazing songs. He was a great guitar player, good singer. And I would listen to things on, you know, the TV and the radio, and I'd be like, my dad's songs will crush this thing, you know? And yet here we were living in a, you know, 1-bedroom little shack in Monrovia.
Wow.
So I
love your dad's songs because we used 2 of your dad's songs on the show. We have Naked We Came and
cool.
Devil Wants to Burn, right? Is that the name of it?
Yeah.
You want to talk about Devil Wants to Burn? Because we use that at the end of the show.
Yeah, I helped write that when I was in high school.
Okay.
Him and I were writing that, and he was just, you know, creating this new album, and that was a song that he started writing, I guess, when he was younger, and then he came back to it, as most musicians and artists do of any kind, right? Book writing or whatever. So The Devil Wants to Burn is, you know, I mean, it's I mean, isn't that what he does, right? He wants to, you know, he wants to. That's I have a song picked out for tonight. It's basically a piggyback, but it was written before The Devil Wants to Burn. But
you can play as many songs as you want, man.
Oh, no,
I don't want to get sidekicked in the face online. I don't want to get my ass kicked. So you can play as many songs as you want.
It's about, you know, I mean, it's about you know, you gotta stay focused. You gotta stay strong. You gotta know that he's gonna throw things at you on purpose. Unfortunately, you know, and you got to keep your faith, and that's what keeps us strong, is our faith, you know. And regardless of what you have, what faith you have, I mean, I don't judge people on their faith, but I believe all people should have a faith of some kind that they believe in. You know, we definitely are here from something greater than ourselves, whatever you want to call that, right? So that's how I look at it.
Do you want to play Devil Wants to Burn and then the piggyback song?
You want me to play that one, or you want to play Devil Wants to Burn? You want me to play the one that your other one that you like? Let me get into the other one first, because you never heard that one.
Okay, yeah. So what's the name of it?
This one is The Devil Has a Way.
Ooh, nice. All right, here we go. Here's Kenny Lorenzetti.
All right, let's see. Drinking and gambling, run like a fool with the ladies in the night, living my life in a simple way. I didn't care if it was wrong, I didn't care if it was right. Long ago, someone said to me, keep driving down that road and you'll find misery. The devil has a way of making the world look good by twisting everything around and round, yeah. Follow that devil and now you'll find is your face flat on the ground. My life has changed in so many ways. My old off-the-gutter bug took me out of misery. I want to shout and sing his name and praise, my Lord of Lords, the King of everything. The devil has a way of making the world look good by twisting everything around and round, yeah. You follow that devil and now you find is your face flat on the ground. So people, listen to what I have to say. In Christ you come reborn to fix your broken dreams. Get Christ back in your heart again. Get God back in your life and do what is right. The devil has a way of making the world look good by twisting everything around and round, yeah. You follow that devil and now you find is your face flat on the ground. Is your face flat on the ground? All right,
dude. That's the closing credit of the Kingpin movie when you're walking away after you just killed Spider-Man.
Well, I know I mentioned to you. I've been working on a acoustic Christian rock album. So I just finished it. It's now going through.
Sorry, it's my goddamn webcam. The devil's on the way. Everything, dude.
Beautiful Christian song. Now we're gonna say "God damn it" on TV.
I'm sorry. God will forgive me. He will forgive me. He's there. We go. All right.
Yeah. So I just finished that. You liked it?
There we go. Right? I gotta zoom in, and then I gotta zoom out. This is the weirdest interview ever, and I apologize. You don't need to do it. I do.
Oh, okay.
This is how I focus. Okay. So what's your other song? I'm sorry. I'm the worst interviewer ever. Go ahead.
Oh my God.
What was your other song?
Well, I have a lot of them, but we can do. Well, that was a hardcore. That was like my most rock-esque style. Then we have a little softer styles that me and my dad wrote. But that was my dad's song. He wrote that song. I only adjusted a little bit of the speed, and then some of the lyrics I placed a little differently. But that's my dad. 85% of that song is basically my dad's. And that's kind of what I've done. I've taken a lot of his music, and it's mine now, right? It's kind of like the torch is passed. So I have just these books and books of music, and luckily I have him on recording. I get to hear him anytime I want, which is the most. Wow.
And you're playing with him while you're playing. You're playing with him.
Yeah, this album will have a few songs that are him and me playing together, and I'm doing backup vocals and guitar with him, and it's like that experience was probably. I mean, yeah, it was one of the best days of my life outside of having my son, and my wife will see this and getting married too. So
there you go. You gotta say getting married, then the son. You have to say getting married, then the son, then playing guitar and kicking people's asses in a cage fight.
Right.
Do you want to play one more, and then we'll play this new game that Dustin and I came up with?
Sure. I'll we'll play one more. Sure. Let's keep it. Since we've been doing the rock stuff, let's keep it fast. How about that?
Hold on, Kenny. We got a surprise guest, Mr. from the movie Guitar Man, Mr. Tony Alvarado said, "Get it, Kenny." Hey. What's up, Tony? Okay, I gotta go. Hey. Go ahead, Kenny.
Tony is awesome, man. I was doing my headshots, and he's so funny. He's always surprising me. I went to go do my headshots, and Tony was there, so that was pretty cool. So this is one I'm going to pick just because I know it's my son's favorite. He just absolutely loves this song. I have to play him for it all the time. So this is a fun one my dad wrote as well. Let's see. Here we go. I say there's nothing like the Bible. There's nothing like the power of His word. And I say there's nothing like the Bible. There's nothing like the power of His word. Oh, you can't go wrong with the Savior. He'll be your best friend every day. Ask God just to pour His grace upon you, and give it up to Jesus every day. Oh, there is no feeling like it. He'll give you the strength you need every day. I say there's nothing like the Bible. There's nothing like the power of His word. It's a short. My son loses his mind over that song. He goes like this and starts rocking out. He loves that song. So I had to play. That was my fun one I had to do for him. So one day, if he ever sees this, he'll get really excited about it.
Oh, man. Thank you for playing it, dude. That's awesome. Love your guitar. I'm so glad you played. Oh, we got a question from Tony. He says, what's coming up out or anything during the pandemic, music, movies, fights, etc. Website. What do you got going on?
Coming up. Well, let's see. Well, what just came out is obviously the Mafia Definitive Edition video game. That was fantastic. I know that there's a movie called American Fighter that should be coming out really soon. That's a really cool movie. I know Guitar Man's supposed to launch this year, so super excited about that, Tony. We should all be excited about that one.
I know.
I have another movie called that just won a couple awards in Hawaii called Lumpia.
Oh,
2.
you're in that.
Yeah,
I saw the trailer to that. That looks good. Yeah.
If you watch it real slow, you'll see me in the trailer. Yeah, that was a fun.
That's the Filipino superhero.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks great.
I got to see it. I'd never seen it, and so I watched the premiere of it in Hawaii, and it did really well out there. So that was really cool to see people's responses to it. But it was a lot of fun. It was actually a lot better than I thought it was going to be. I was like, well, I knew it was going to be fun and everything, but it just flowed really well. The writing was so creative. The acting was good, and the fight scenes were really fun. And of course, I obviously have a big one in there with me and Mark Munoz, the ex UFC badass. So that was a surprise too. I had no idea I was going to be on set fighting Mark Munoz prior to walking into the set. That was another weird role. I applied for a background. They wanted some big husky guy or whatever, and I applied for it. They called me in, and they're like, "Oh, hey, you're going to actually do a fight scene with him, and we're going to do the choreography right now." And I'm like, "Oh."
Okay.
Yeah, but it was, so him and I, little fun fact behind the scenes, him and I were both obviously former, we're martial artists, and we're fighters. And so we made an agreement in that film to make it very, very real. I'll just leave it at that. So
nice.
Him and I are we're throwing.
I can't wait to see it, dude. It looks so good. I'm so proud of you. That's awesome, man.
Yeah. That's coming out. I'm trying to think. My album should be done hopefully by April, May. By the time I get everything mastered, and I should have a couple songs hopefully on Spotify by the end of March. And as of right now, that's all I could think of at the moment. I have a commercial I can't speak about just yet, but that will be coming out in probably about 90 days. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, man. Thanks, Tony. Yeah, I got a couple things in the fire, my man. So pretty excited to see, finally some of these things. Guitar Man, 2016.
Has it been that long?
Yeah.
We've been out of prison since then.
I know. I'm surprised we haven't gone back yet.
Well, dude, you ready to have some fun?
Let's do it, man.
Okay, hold on. Dustin, you ready?
Oh, I'm ready.
Okay, so we have a new game that we decided to play. It's like Mad Libs. And before we get started, Kenny, you have the script with you?
I do. I got it on my phone. Is that all right if I read it off my phone?
So I'm going to ask a couple of questions, and then we're going to fill it in. So what is your favorite car?
Sorry.
You're not in character yet. I'm just not yet. Almost. If you want to play Mad Libs in character, you can, because you can kick our asses. So it's okay.
You talking about like just in general, like a genre of a car, or like just in like my favorite
your
car?
Favorite car?
Man, I have to say, car or truck?
Either or.
Oh boy. I'd have to say a 77 Chevy Blazer.
77 Chevy Blazer. Okay.
You went
baby.
so
I love that
specific.
thing.
Okay, give me a female name.
Female name? Marianne.
Marianne. Okay. Chain restaurant.
I'm trying to think of that Italian one with the shitty food.
Olive Garden?
Olive Garden?
Olive Garden, yeah.
I love that I knew that. Like, the shitty one. Yeah. Oh, Olive Garden.
All right,
Yeah.
what's a small town?
Monrovia, where I'm from.
Monrovia, where I'm from.
What's that?
Monrovia, where I'm from.
Okay,
Monrovia?
Yeah, it's a small town.
Okay.
Okay. A verb?
Dustin, you pick this one.
You got to pick it. You're the guest.
Oh, yeah, this is all you, buddy.
This is all you.
Don't put that evil on me.
I'm just trying to figure out how you're going to spin this on me later. So I'm trying to.
We're not going to embarrass you. It's part of the show. Don't worry. It's Mad Libs.
Verb, fuck.
Perfect.
No.
A favorite sex toy.
Oh my god.
You don't have to say yours. You could just say a
just a
sex
random
toy.
one.
How about that?
Like
a sex toy.
Fleshlight.
Fleshlight. Oh, good one. I mean, I've heard. Nothing I know.
Okay. Type of kitchen utensil.
Wooden spoon.
Wooden spoon. Okay. Something that ends in ing.
Lifting.
Lifting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, use your brain on that one, Ken.
Number of times. Just numbers. A random number.
7.
7. Okay. Sauces.
Red.
Okay. Red sauce. Okay. Favorite Nicolas Cage movie.
Oh, God, I love Nick Cage. Face Off.
Face off. Hold on. You want your face off. Hi.
I could eat a peach for hours.
Okay. Football arena.
Niner Stadium. Levi.
Okay. Favorite horror villain.
Ooh. Man. It's between 3. The original 3, right? Horror film villain. Let's do Jason.
Jason. Okay.
Yeah.
And then sexual position.
Nope. You make me sing Christian songs. You want to talk about sex toys? These guys are just, oh my god. That reverse cowgirl.
Reverse cowgirl.
I like many, but we're gonna just pick that one out of the hat.
Okay. Give me a silly word.
Silly word. Flubber.
Flubber.
That's a silly
Okay.
word.
Favorite curse word.
Like one I say all the time. Probably shit.
Shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Favorite number.
7.
Favorite fruit.
Favorite fruit. Oh man, I like blood fruits. Let's just pick. Just do mango for now. It's fine. That's
Mango. Okay.
Yeah, that's cool.
Hairstyle.
Bald, baby.
Huh?
Bald.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Silly word.
Again.
Yeah.
Limpy.
Limpy.
Biscuit.
Okay. Something that starts with the letter M.
Music.
Okay. Type of pizza.
Just do pepperoni's fine.
Pepperoni. Okay. Hold on. We're almost done. Give me a sound effect.
Sound effect?
Yeah.
I do
Okay.
that for my son all the time, so it came out naturally. I do cows like 4 times a day. So
That's awesome. Professional wrestler.
oh man, Hulk Hogan.
Okay. Okay, and then let's see. A Disney character.
Disney character?
Yeah.
We'll do Beast.
Beast?
Yeah.
Is that a Disney character?
Yeah, Beauty and the Beast.
Oh, Beast from Beauty and the Beast. I was thinking of X-Men.
Yeah,
but
but also Disney owns everything now, so
Okay.
also Beast from the X-Men.
Musical instrument?
Huh?
A musical instrument.
Oh, guitar.
Guitar. Okay. All right. So you got your script ready? You got everything? Folks, it is time for Special Mikedom's Unit. In the live stream podcasting system, sexually frustrated listeners are considered bored and extremely dangerous. In your streaming device, the dedicated host and correspondent who investigate their guests' vicious and dark answers from an elite game called the Special Mikedom's Unit. These are their stories. Pow, pow, Mike, and Dustin. Your line.
Why am I here?
You know damn well why you're here, you son of a 77 Chevy Blazer.
This will never hold up in
Wait. We found your twin cousin Marianne behind the Olive Garden in the scariest part of Monrovia.
Well, I have an alibi.
She was fucked to death by your favorite fleshlight that literally had your name on it. We are not lifting around here.
You wouldn't spoon. You wouldn't spoon her. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, well, I have pictures of us in front of that favorite restaurant. I have pictures. That's my alibi.
You wouldn't spoon her 7 times. And you were not counting on her final moment. She left a message in red sauce that said face off.
Yeah, what's I don't know where you guys are in this script.
This will never hold up. There you go. This will never hold up.
So finally it's finally me. Okay. Well, this will never hold up in San Quentin.
Levi Stadium.
Levi Stadium.
Oh, Levi Stadium. Sorry.
He's doing a great job.
Yeah, right?
Okay. I have an alibi. All right. I was with who the hell was I with? I was with Marianne. Okay.
Jason Voorhees. But
and you were changing tires. What? You were changing tires on your reverse cowgirl.
Well, I like reverse cowgirl. What's wrong with that? You probably ain't never tried it. That's why you're laughing.
Wait a minute. How do you know she was killed at 7:30?
Well, we were changing tires, and on his truck, the 77 Blazer.
Go ahead, Dustin.
You're going to make us do this, aren't you? You're going to make us play Guitar Cop, Pepperoni Cop.
I am. Because I have pictures. I have pictures of us, in front of that favorite place. So
go to these are questions are getting a little
these son of a bitch. All right. These questions are getting a little nasty.
No, it's
these questions are getting a little
And who do you want?
I don't have the list.
Oh, you don't? Oh, Hulk Hogan. So these questions are getting a little. I want my Hulk Hogan.
Oh, was I supposed to write those down in these spots?
No, it's okay. That was my fault. All my fault.
We'll start from the top on that one. These questions are getting a little. I think I want my Hulk Hogan.
Go ahead. Hold on. Let me get serious. Go ahead. Call someone. But we all know the lab will reveal that you raped Beast right in his guitar numerous times, over and over again. Bam, 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 bam.
I never raped nobody.
What's so bad is he was so this whole podcast, Kenny has been so careful not to say anything that can come back to him.
I know.
And now we literally have 4 minutes of him saying the most horrendous shit that
He didn't say it. I did. Blame it on me. Blame it on me. He didn't rape Beast with the guitar over and over again. Tony's liking it. He's laughing it.
Yeah.
He gets another one and then another one.
Well, okay, but were you supposed to give me the list or something so I could read off?
Yeah.
Oh.
Again, it's my fault. You did an incredible. We were just showing your acting chops. That's all we were doing.
Yeah.
We were just showing your amazing acting.
Your way through the whole thing. You did really good.
Unbelievable. So, note to self: make sure they know what they're saying.
Yeah.
I still think my favorite thing was fuck 30.
Yeah.
That's my new favorite time.
It's time for shit 30. That's what it is.
Oh, shit 30. That's what it is.
Oh my God. Does anybody have any questions for Kenny? Because we're almost at an hour 30 right now. And this, Kenny, thank you very much. This has been wonderful.
Oh man, it's been a lot of fun. Thanks for having me, Mike.
Yeah. By the way, folks, you can find Kenny at Instagram.com/Ken Lorenzetti. Right there. Boom. You can find the adorkable one on Instagram.com/adorkable Dustin Wood. If you just tuned in, you want to see the rebroadcast, you can, because it'll be on youtube.com/Mike B Comedy. And by the way, folks, also I'm selling t-shirts right there, tpublic.com/t-shirts. Well, that's too much to say, but here's this. Get your phones out right here. You can scan it right there on the corner. Whoops. On that corner. God damn it. That corner where Kenny's at. You can scan it right now. There you go. Thank you, Kenny. You can scan it right now. Buy a t-shirt right now as we speak. And let's see. What else do we have? We have a comment. John Federico says the reverse cowgirl though. This shit was great. Oh my God, it's so funny. Okay, we got to get going. But Kenny, thank you so much. Before we go, I always say this. I always like to have a prayer, but not by me, but by Sam Elliott. And if you listen to the music, it's by you. Check this out. And now, a prayer from Sam Elliott.
Dear Heavenly Father, give me the strength, for I don't have any patience for stupidity anymore. Everywhere I go, I see someone doing something stupid. I just want to smack them across the head, but I can't, dear Father, for you are the dude of this universe. Dear Lord, we're in a pandemic and I'm starting to lose my cool. All I want to do is sit in my leather chair, smoke a Marlboro Red, and drink a beer. Coors, America's beer. Lone Star Barbecue. Amen.
Boom, Kenny. Thank you for everything. Thank you for the music. Thank you for your talent. Thank you for your friendship. Thank you for everything, man. And I hope you become Kingpin someday.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it was awesome to meet you, Kenny. You're an awesome guy, and I'm rooting for you, man. I want to see you on the big screen. I'm excited for your career, man.
Thanks, Dustin. Now you got to go watch Jexi again.
Right? I know. Now that I know, and I was so excited when I saw your reel because I just watched that on it was on HBO Max, I think, or Amazon Prime. Yeah. So good, man. I can't wait to watch it again and to be like, I'm gonna totally like lie to him and be like, oh, I'm actually really good friends with that guy.
Kenny, do you have any words of wisdom to anybody that wants to get into this type of business and follow your path?
man, a lot of people, there's a lot of cliche things you could say that people won't maybe necessarily latch onto, but you just got to keep going. You got to fight to find your self-confidence every single day. I'm consistently watching, reading motivational things. A lot of people I follow on Instagram, motivational stuff. I like to write motivational things. I like to constantly, there's a saying by Zig Ziglar, motivation is like bathing and eating. It doesn't last. That's why we recommend it daily. And I think a lot of people, they get unmotivated, they hit no's, they get, especially in our industry where we get a lot of doors or basically unknowns, right? We put an audition in, we'll give it everything we got. We don't ever hear anything ever again. And that happens sometimes. Like I've done, just in the past 2 weeks, I've done a dozen auditions. And I was very fortunate enough to find out today I booked one of them.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
1 out of 12, right? Heard back from one of the other ones, didn't hear a sound from 10 of them, right? And so, it's just one of those things where you really got to find and not only master, because everybody has talent, right? It's a process of practice and education that makes it a skill. So getting your talents and creating a skill and then figuring out where you fit and what you want to do. I have a skill of athleticism. And so I feel like that helps me in performing, and I have self-confidence in the things that I've done in my sports background. And that I think gives me my foundation, but everybody's going to have a different foundation. But I just would recommend just to stay hungry and constantly find a way to make yourself feel good every day, because it's really hard. Life in general is really hard.
Yeah.
So if you don't find things that make you, I watch Seinfeld almost every night of my life for the past 12 years.
Dude, I love that show.
And my beautiful wife, she watches it with me, luckily. But I watch it because it makes me laugh. And I like to end my evening with something that makes me laugh or educational. So I feel it impacts my sleep. It impacts how I'm going to wake up.
Mm-hmm.
It impacts what I think about while I'm sleeping, my subconscious. And, so I like to do things. That's why I listen to a lot of your stuff, Mike, because I really love your personality. So you make me laugh a lot. So I watch your YouTube videos and your stuff on Instagram. But I like to watch things that make me in a good mood, because laughter, the frequency of happiness is twice as strong as a negative thought. So a positive thought is twice as strong as a negative thought. So things that make me laugh, things that make me maybe motivated, I try to do that every single day, because we have a roller coaster mentally every single day. And in the entertainment industry, I don't care what side you're on, music, comedy, film, doesn't matter. There's so many performing arts, stage. It's you got to have thick skin, and you got to be really self-confident. And so, those types of things you got to work on, and they don't last. What I did in high school and being All-American, that stuff was over almost 20 years ago. Nobody cares that I was All-American. So that's not going to last all these years later. I have to find things now that I'm proud of myself now. And being a father has really brought a lot of proud moments. You got to find those things, find your happiness, find things that make you motivated, and keep them up, keep doing them,
Right on, Kenny. Thank you very much, man. Thank you for this. Dude, tell everybody about the show. Tell everyone to watch this. And this has been a very fun, wonderful, amazing episode. And I swear, dude, if you're not Rhino or Kingpin soon,
yes,
we're gonna write a petition.
Yeah,
okay? We're gonna fight for you. Hashtag Kenny is King.
The Senate.
Kenny is Kingpin. There you go.
Hashtag Kenny is Kingpin.
Hold on.
Hey, I mean, listen, no disrespect to Vincent D'Onofrio, one of my all-time.
No disrespect to Vincent D'Onofrio, because Kenny is Kingpin.
Yeah, he's a great guy, but I'm sorry, I got it. That role's now mine, my man.
Kenny is Kingpin. All right, I'm leaving it there. Okay, everyone agrees. Everyone knows. I'm going to leave it right there. So thank you so much, everyone. You have a wonderful night, and we'll see you again.
Me, myself, and I. It's me, myself, and I. Me, myself, and I. It's me, myself, and